I still ain't that lead. Take up her 30 whenever on seat. We cost her 30, I ain't even 30. Up and hold a 30, Bluetooth in the clip. Why about it swerving, won't work, that's for certain. Alright, the game is urgent, I'm on the lip. We the big dogs and these little. How to tune out the chatter. Catching your like catching the ops, I just pull on my dick and I shoot it right out. They fresh out of coffin, don't know why they talking. Got power like Austin, they cat with a gun. These rappers is awesome now. She gon' cross them, they wet like a faucet. I look like a fountain.
Killer, it's the off season. Let's keep it tall, y'all ain't doing my man. And don't check your watch, you know.
Cole been going flat since back when CDs was around. What you sold, I tripled that. I can't believe these clowns. Look how everybody clapping when your 30-song album do a measly 100,000. If I'm betting on myself, then I complete.
Copy BMW, we deposit, I do double another bag, like, but I don't care on me. I have planes trying to hold me, I saw I miss you dead. Stay on till you come up, I'm sticking to that thing. I be there, but I don't want to talk to that I'm wearing. Make sure I'm smiling, pump it on the baby, too much, and I don't need another one. Put that on everyone, scarf for every battle, copy BMW. We deposit, I do double another bag, like.
Trey, you got me?
Got you.
Cool. Well, just a couple quick things. One, what was the first impression of the playbook? And then two, what kind of relationship did you gather with when you're working with Brandon Aiyuk last week?
Oh yeah, playbook was fun. I've been looking forward to learning a new playbook, and obviously it's an NFL playbook, so it's going to be a lot. But for me, I've been waiting to learn a new playbook for the last 7-8 months. So it was a ton of fun to finally be able to get into it. And me and Brandon, got to work together down in Orange County a little bit last week. And it was cool just getting to meet my teammates. It's been one thing that I've been looking forward to, like I said, for the last 6-7 months. So it was awesome to be able to get a little bit of work in with him and get to know him a little bit.
One playbook follow-up. How are you guys sort of attacking it this week? How is the rookie class getting into the playbook, taking that kind of first chunk for this minicamp?
Yeah, I obviously this is my first time in the NFL, so I would assume that it's pretty typical as far as how we're going about it. Obviously, COVID and everything changes it a little bit, but as far as, like you said, just taking that first chunk, and I think that's what we're doing, just trying to get better day by day.
Hey, Trey, Kyle told us that when you came out here a couple weeks ago after the draft, one of the first things he warned you about was the prices of the Bay Area and some of that stuff. I'm wondering what your impressions were once you kind of took a dive into that and just your initial impressions overall of the Bay.
Yeah, I definitely appreciated the warning. I knew it would be kind of crazy, but it definitely helped to give me a little bit of a heads up. But yeah, super excited to get more familiar with the area. Obviously, we're locked in right now with rookie minicamp and everything like that. But hopefully over the next few weeks, getting to know the guys better that have been here in the area and getting to hang out with them and spend some time with them. And like I said, check out the area. Definitely looking forward to it.
Trey, this is Chris Biederman with the Sacramento Bee. I'm curious about your choice to major in strategic communication. What drew you to that? And is there a possibility that, did you look forward and say, hey, I might be an NFL quarterback and maybe this could help me when I reach that level?
For me, strategic communications at North Dakota State is a real broad field. So I was doing that and as well as business administration. So for me, I didn't really know what my plan B was going to be at the time, but knew I needed to obviously, do well in school. It was important to me, important to my family. So for me, it was, I thought an avenue for me to kind of figure out what I do really want to do, past football.
Hey, excuse me, there's been talk about, obviously North Dakota State's success with the quarterbacks and the pro-style offense that really does help prepare you all for the NFL. Obviously, that's what you can't compare it to playing an air raid system. But just your initial glance at the playbook, do you say like, hey, there's some wrinkles here? I'm not suggesting it's like, hey, it's like North Dakota State all over again. But, do you see wrinkles or concepts or anything else that might be at least a little familiar?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's, with any offense. Football is football. Like I said, it's an NFL playbook, so it's a lot, and I got a lot to learn for sure. But I also have great people around me, great coaches, and obviously great guys in the quarterback room. So just looking forward to, like I said, learning from them as much as I possibly can, and very thankful for the people at North Dakota State and my coaching staff and, the offenses that we ran, because I think it did help me, whether it was just verbiage or like you said, concepts. It's putting guys in spots at the end of the day.
Trey, I have two completely unrelated questions. One is, what's your connection to Santa Clara women's soccer? And then the other one is, since you've gotten here to Santa Clara, did you know any of the rookies that are coming around? Did you meet them in the past? Do you have relationships with them? And what's that process been like for you guys to kind of bond as this 2021 rookie class?
Santa Clara women's soccer, one of my quarterback trainers, Quincy Avery, is good friends with their head coach. So he reached out to me, and I had watched it honestly previously just by chance, just turning on the TV on ESPN Plus, and had seen their game against Clemson, and was super excited obviously for them, and their big win last night against UNC as well was exciting. And then what was your other question again? I'm sorry. What was it? Do you remember? Sorry, I got it muted.
Did you know any of the rookies?
Oh, yeah, I got
the fellow rookies coming in, and have you bonded? And what are the relationships like at this early stage?
Yeah, it's been really cool to get to know the other guys. Trey Sermon is a guy that I knew. We trained together in Pensacola pre-draft for a few months, so he is a guy that I had gotten to know, gotten to hang out with. Other than that, I hadn't met any of them, personally. Austin Watkins was a guy that I had watched a ton of film on because he played, obviously at UAB, played a couple teams that I played, so I had seen him play a good amount watching opposing teams' defenses. So he was another guy that I was obviously super excited about.
Hey, Trey, obviously you're about to hit the field and going to have 3 of these practices, I guess. Has Shanahan or any of the offensive coaches told you what they want from you? Like, don't do this, or hold back, don't try to prove everything? What are they telling you about what they want to see from you in this minicamp?
Just excited to see what I can do, excited to learn. Obviously, they have trusted me, believed me, otherwise I wouldn't be here. So I'm just super thankful, like I said, for the position that I'm in and to be able to be here. And, all the coaches that you mentioned, our whole offensive staff is really special. So I'm looking forward to just getting out there and competing and hopefully learning as much as I possibly can.
Trey, how much of the playbook would you say you've learned at this point? And is there a section of it, some concepts, some plays that have been tailored to your specific skill set?
I don't really have, a percentage for you right now. But I think like I said, taking it day by day, the first chunk for rookie minicamp and getting as comfortable with that chunk as I possibly can. And like I said, man, our coaching staff is awesome. Our quarterback room is awesome. So me being able to just ask as many questions as I possibly can to those guys has been a huge benefit for me.
Hey, Trey, but both you and Jimmy are Walter Payton Award winners. I'm wondering, is there any kind of sense of connection there, both coming from the FCS, and how has that progressed? I know that he texted you after you were drafted, but how has that relationship progressed since then?
Yeah, I got to meet him over the last couple of days, which is awesome. Him and the rest of the quarterbacks in the room, and they're awesome. They're just awesome personalities, awesome guys to hang around, and obviously great football players. So I'm just thankful that these guys are the guys that they are. And yeah, Jimmy actually said that in his first text to me. Just it's going to be awesome to have another FCS guy in the room. So he's another guy that's obviously been in a similar position to me, having been where I am. So just looking forward to learning as much as I can from him, and like I said, all the rest of the guys in the room.
Hey, Trey, Anthony Flores with NBC Bay Area. I have 2 quick ones. I see you have the shirt on. Just wondering if you put the jersey on and what that moment was like for you.
Yeah, we had a walkthrough, so I wore my practice jersey a little bit ago. It's pretty cool. Obviously, I think I'm kind of gotten past the point where it's surreal. It's work now. So it was probably cooler the day after the draft and draft day and everything like that. Right now, it's my job, so I'm excited to get to work.
From what I understand, at North Dakota State, you began your career wearing gloves, which was evidently a no-no. And also, can you discuss, is it true that you could not wear sleeves as a freshman, even in December in Fargo?
Yeah, I'm sure Easton told you that. But yeah, North Dakota State, I wore gloves actually in high school when I played quarterback. And it was, half the weather, half me having to change footballs, when we got to playoffs and things like that, just weird rules in Minnesota with sponsorships and things. And yeah, North Dakota State, well, your freshman year, your first year on campus, whether you're a fifth year grad transfer or whatever it is, your first year on campus, you're not allowed to wear sleeves, no leggings. So you're out there suffering, practicing in blizzards and everything like that. And it's just the way it is. If you try to come out in sleeves, the seniors will definitely rip your sleeves off with no hesitation. So, I mean, it's one of those things, kind of an initiation, earning respect. But everyone's got to go through it, regardless of who you are.
We'll do the last two for Trey.
Trey, just a question about a 3D QB school in Southern California. There was a question about why you started working with them when you did. And I'm just wondering, when you were working down there with John Beck and those guys, I mean, there's a bit of a Kyle Shanahan connection there. Just seeing whether you were, looking at the offense, studying their specific types of plays, that sort of thing, as far back as March and early April.
Before the draft, it was obviously focusing on me, focusing on my pro days. I didn't know where I was going to be, so it wouldn't have been a whole lot of benefit for me to try to learn an offense that I didn't know if I was going to play in or not. But the last few weeks obviously has been awesome. Like I said, with this coaching staff, with John and those guys down there, knowing the offense and having the connections that they do, just super thankful for them and everything they've done for me.
Do the last one.
Hey Trey, happy belated birthday, by the way.
Appreciate it.
With this being a rookie camp, mini camp, you're a bunch of first-year players. Would you describe yourself as like a vocal leader, a rah-rah guy? And then my second question would be, did you beat Aiyuk in a race?
We didn't race, but yeah, I'm super excited to work with these guys. Obviously, as my position playing quarterback, I want to be a leader for these guys and be someone that they can lean on, that they can ask questions to, regardless of what it is. So I'm just super looking forward to kind of having our group of guys, those rookies coming in, those first year guys, and being able to hopefully lead them and help them out and get us going in the right direction.
All right, thank you guys.
Appreciate you guys.